Ryan Garcia has gotten himself in some huge trouble after he said some racist slurs and Islamophobic comments on social media.
Son, that mean you
Yeah,
want
you know what
buzz.
I said not worried about saying the ER word, but are saying to the ER.
In an X Spaces session, Garcia made derogatory remarks about Muslims, stating, "You and Muslims that rape little kids. Bro, call you mother. You guys are weird as call you Muslim weird." When confronted about his comments, Garcia retorted, "Guess what? I will never be touched because I'm a god." These comments came shortly after a conversation with Sneako, a streamer who converted to Islam last year and had been discussing his faith during the session.
Brian, you want to talk about what's going on in the world. You don't even know
Nah, shut the
about
up.
Israel
You're not
or
really like that,
Palestine.
bro. You're a culture vulture. You want to be a Muslim because Muslims support you. You weird, bro. You're like a gay ass faggot, bro. F you, bro. I hope all of you went to the fucking
Ryan continued to say the N-word to Sneako and had some derogatory comments to say about him.
Hey, bro. I'm actually untouched. Hey, Sneako, you're a. I say it to your face.
Tank touched you. So
Hey,
your
guess
face
what? Hey, when we spar, what'd you do? What'd I treat you like?
Garcia's comments didn't stop there, as he added more derogatory statements against the Muslim population, African-American citizens, and negative opinions about the George Floyd case.
I'm anti-black.
Yeah, let's join the Ku Klux Klan.
KKK, I hate.
I'm the leader of KKK, and I summon you to be the knight in shining.
Nah, I'm KKK.
No, I'm KKK.
I've got the AK-47 ready. Let's get the next George Floyd.
Hey, let's go bring George Floyd back to life and kill that again.
Garcia then wrote the N-word in some of his posts on his X accounts, which were later deleted by him. In response to Garcia's remarks, WBC President Mauricio Suleiman issued a statement on X, announcing Garcia's expulsion. "Exercising my authority as president of the WBC, I am hereby expelling Ryan Garcia from any activity with our organization. We reject any form of discrimination. I fear for Ryan's well-being, as he has declined multiple attempts for our help with mental health and substance abuse." Garcia's family also released a statement distancing themselves from his prejudiced remarks. "Our family unequivocally does not support any statements Garcia has made regarding race or religion. These do not reflect who Ryan truly is and how he was raised. Those who know Ryan can attest to this fact. Ryan has been open about his ongoing struggle with mental health over the years, and as a family, we are committed to ensuring and encouraging that he receives the necessary help to navigate this very challenging time and address both his immediate and long-term well-being." But the fans were not happy about this statement, with many criticizing Ryan's parents for bringing mental health problems as an excuse for such behavior. Ryan is also not remorseful of his actions and doesn't plan on apologizing to anyone regarding his racial slurs.
And guess what? I'm not apologizing for nothing. You ain't gonna catch me apologizing for nothing. The last time I apologized was never. So, y'all can come and try to touch me all y'all want. Shoot me if you want. I don't give a fuck.
In a since-deleted post on X, Garcia wrote, "I was trolling. I want all the killing to stop. I love everyone. Sorry if I offended you." But saying such things, and then calling it trolling, doesn't cover up the mess that Garcia has put himself into. A few days ago in an interview, Ryan's father, Henry Garcia, was also concerned regarding Ryan's mental health and drinking problem. Henry said Ryan speaks more with his mom than he does with him, but he's hoping that he can get help for his drinking and be ready to resume his career in the next 10 months when his suspension is over.
How is Ryan doing? I know from social media it seems that he's having a difficult time with everything, but when's the last time you spoke to Ryan and how is he doing?
Well, I haven't spoken to Ryan in a long time, but he speaks to his mother more than me, but it's okay. He'll call me when he wants to, but what I'm seeing is that I would love for him to get some type of therapy when it comes to his drinking, I mean, I'm being real. He says he can control it. Well, I hope he can. But if he doesn't, that's what I'm talking about. Get that therapy so that...
However, Ryan has declined these claims, saying that he doesn't drink anymore, and his father is not aware of his situation. He took to X and posted, "I don't even drink anymore. My dad doesn't know what he is talking about. I literally was just talking to him, and he has apologized." But we can't say if Ryan is telling the truth, because he sounded drunk while making racist comments on live X Space. This kind of behavior is not acceptable, considering that Ryan calls himself a devoted Christian, and then goes on to say such derogatory things. Bill Haney was also not happy regarding Ryan's behavior, and advised him to get proper mental health.
I'm definitely not happy to see the kid crashing out. That team, you know what I mean? I wish them well, but there's no place for that kind of talk, you know what I mean? And particularly and directed, you know, in the way that it's being directed, you know. It's just no place for it. You know? I think that he should get help, you know what I mean? And that's it. I don't believe in kicking a man while they're down. But he definitely should get help, and the people around him should step up and be held accountable and speak loud and be just as, you know, happy that they can be there for Ryan during these kind of times. This is a time that you see what kind of team you got.
NBA star Steven Jackson advised Ryan to seek help, but also condemned his behavior. He stated, "First you go from taking steroids, then you're talking about digging George Floyd up and killing him again. Now you're talking about you hate and you want to join the KKK. Look, dog, you need to get some help, bro, because we don't play by the same rules that you play by in that ring, dog. And I'm just telling you, just like I told you in the DMs when you said some stuff, you need to get some help because it's a whole different ballgame out here, bro." Claressa Shields was mad about this situation and questioned if Ryan's behavior is due to mental illness or him being a racist. She posted, "So is this mental illness or racism? I know that it's racist. I'm just wondering WTF is going to be done about it." This is not the first time Ryan has done something controversial. It's like he's building up this step-by-step for the fans to see his true side. Since the run-up to the Haney fight, concerns were raised about Garcia's erratic behavior both in person and on social media, which descended into a disturbing blur of conspiracy theories and apparent cries for help. He later denied he was suffering from any problems. Come on, guys, you really thought I was crazy? In June, Garcia was arrested after allegedly causing $15,000 at a Beverly Hills hotel. The boxer's attorney said after the arrest that it was an extraordinarily challenging time for Ryan, as he has been grappling with devastating news regarding his mother's health. He also had social media beefs with boxing stars like Teofimo Lopez, George Kambosos, and Caleb Plant, in which he was seen making questionable remarks about their family. Garcia's boxing troubles began when he received a 1-year suspension for an anti-doping violation, which also led to the overturning of his April victory over Devin Haney. Going into the PED controversy, Garcia blamed Coach Scooter for giving him the contaminated supplements. Ryan would go on to say that Judah is friends with Haney, pointing towards some collaboration plot between the pair to bring him down. He posted, "So Scooter is the one that gave me supplements that were tainted. He was the guy who was the strength and conditioner for Zab Judah, and he knew he was helping me lose weight on the last day. That's how they all of a sudden knew I was going to test positive. So sick and sad." However, coming to Scooter's defense, the former welterweight champion Zab Judah vouched for his innocence. While working alongside him, Judah claimed that he had never tested positive for PEDs. In 1998, me and Scooter won the junior welterweight championship. We never failed a drug test, ever. Ryan Garcia 6X undisputed. Claressa Shields also came forward in support of Scooter posting, "And I work with Scooter too, and never failed a drug test. Been working with him for years." Shields then asked Garcia to stop using the social media platform to mislead people. Furthermore, she asked Garcia to look in the mirror rather than pointing the finger at everyone else for his current predicament. She posted, "Man, Ryan Garcia, you are a piece of... You use your platform to lie and mislead the people. It's sad. And now that your roller coaster is going down, you are pointing the finger at everyone else. Go look in the mirror. You are the problem. You are the reason. Stop using God to make excuses for you being a terrible person. The jig is up. Go get help." Coach Scooter also denied the accusations, saying that he was there only hours before the fight just to cut Ryan's weight and didn't even touch any of his supplements.
The conditioning coach. No, I had nothing to do with that. I just came in for 11 hours. Right, for the weight cut. I touched nothing of his supplements, nothing. Did I rehydrate him? I can tell you what I rehydrated with him. Yeah, all VADA tested, all good. NutriBio Carb, it's all, you know what I mean? I used the same stuff with Hutchinson, Danny Jacobs, Canelo. So that, in my hand, don't have nothing to do with it.
So basically, if Ryan Garcia was to test positive anything, you had nothing to do with that because you don't know what he took before the camp.
No, I came in to drop his weight. That's all. Right. They asked me to do something, I did it.
Ryan Garcia was then seen in a heated debate with Devin's father, Bill Haney, regarding Garcia's doping scandal.
When did you take the supplement?
I told you that day.
And you took the supplement during the fight?
How can I take a supplement during the fight?
I'm saying the day of the fight, because you tested positive both days.
Exactly. Don't you think it would still be in your system? Think with your brain. It would still be in your system no matter what. It's not going to be next day.
During the argument, Garcia didn't hold back, addressing Bill Haney's question head-on. The tension between the two was notable as they discussed the doping incident. Garcia maintained his innocence, stating, "I told you that day because you tested positive both days." "Exactly. You don't think it would still be in your system?" Bill Haney asked for a few details about the supplements. Garcia revealed that he wasn't aware of them, so the latter wondered whether Kingery had any knowledge about the sort of supplements Scooter gave him. Garcia added, "Scooter is the one that gave me the supplements. I will always stand by the truth. Scooter gave me the supplements, and then I tested positive point blank, period. There is no bigger story. They are the ones the lawyers have, the ones he provided me with. We sent that to a lab. They tested it, and it was tested with ostarine in its, tablets. So my thing was tainted, which there's no doubt in my mind." But Bill Haney persisted. He wanted to know which company's supplements Ryan received. However, there was no change in Garcia's answer.
Because it was either that or I go to court or wherever the hearing, and even if I win the hearing, they said that no matter what, they could suspend me. So I just took the year and said whatever. I know I didn't cheat. I don't need to cheat.
Who continued to say that he doesn't know. Bill Haney then checked whether the supplements that Ryan received caused weight loss. Ryan Garcia replied in the negative. Bill asked, So why did you say that everyone, had contaminated that Victor Conte, that Bill, that me, that everybody?" Ryan replied to this by saying, "I'm very skeptical. I'm still to this day. I'm skeptical a man that got Che, that was banned from another sport, is helping you out. Devin Haney is in your son has gained, he can lose so much weight, but then gained so much weight, and then still fight for 12 rounds. In response, Garcia questioned why the authorities hadn't turned his son's records null and void. After all, he went beyond the prescribed weight limits. Bill Haney argued back that there are no such stipulations, but Kingery insisted that Devin Haney had been a weight bully since their amateur days.
You don't know what the name of the supplements are.
Those are what the lawyers have, whichever ones that he provided me. He gave me 2 of the ones that he gave me. We sent that to a lab. They tested it, and it was tested with ostarine in its tablets. My thing was tainted.
Which one?
There's no doubt in my mind.
What company? Which one? Which one of the supplements?
The debate also touched on broader issues of fairness in doping enforcement. Garcia compared his suspension to those of other fighters, noting discrepancies in punishments.
And then I tested positive. That's it. Point blank period. There's no bigger story. I don't know what happened. It got blown out of proportion.
I got a question, champ. I got a question.
What was it? Listen, what was the substance?
Hold on, Bill.
Let me ask you one more question.
I just told you I don't know, Bill.
I know, but I'm saying this. It was used to cut weight, though. The supplement he told you, he said that you're going to use it. You're going to use to cut weight?
Nope.
Stephen A. Smith asked Ryan Garcia a rhetorical question and gave scary advice for his career. Smith simply doesn't understand how Garcia could throw such a promising career out the window. If he obeyed the rules and did things right, he would be on his way to a rematch with Gervonta Davis right now. Smith was actually sympathetic with Garcia about his initial loss to Tank, saying that a liver shot could knock out just about anyone, and that Garcia wasn't overly dominated in that fight.
But maybe, just maybe, if you followed rules and regulations and you won and you went and took Devin Haney's title at the 140-pound weight class and you weren't acting all crazy, maybe we would be in the midst of a rematch between you and Gervonta Davis right now, since it was really a body shot to the liver that took you out. That can happen to anybody. It wasn't like he beat you up. It wasn't like he slapped you around the way he did Frank Martin. But with all of this stuff you're doing, Ryan Garcia, it makes no sense.
Smith then floats the possibility of Garcia heading to Saudi Arabia to get around his suspension. It's unclear if that's a real possibility or not, but Garcia has a lot to think about at the moment.
What other governing bodies in other states may do. What you going to end up doing? Wanting to go to Saudi Arabia to fight? Lomachenko's in there. Shakur Stevenson is in there. Teofimo Lopez is in there. Gervonta Davis might stay at 135, might move up. Come on, there's a lot of compelling fights. What's up? And if you get so cock-teased when you get so big, well, guess what? Just move up to the welterweight division at 147. Terrence Crawford's waiting. He waiting. What we doing here?
Shakur Stevenson thinks that the suspension should have been longer. He says that it should have been 5 years to make an example out of Ryan to not cheat in the sport of boxing.
It should have been longer.
Yeah.
I think that if they say he was really cheating, see, I ain't really like that reading upon it. But if it's like confirmed that he was cheating and he's a cheater and he went in there and cheated to get that victory, I feel as though it should be a longer suspension. I don't think 1 year is enough. I think 5 would have been like, yeah, now that makes an example out of like somebody that cheated.
Eddie Hearn was asked about Ryan's claims regarding Coach Scooter, to which Hearn responded in a worrying manner. Hearn says that Ryan needs help, and someone has to get hold of him before it gets too late.
What's been going on with him, and is that Judah and Ryan's situation?
No, I mean, I saw some stuff tonight. I can't believe what I'm seeing.
From Ryan's side, or
from Ryan? I mean,
with Clarissa Shields with this.
What the f*** is he doing? Honestly, something bad is going to happen if someone don't get hold of Ryan Garcia. I keep saying it, and you know, you may play these clips back when something bad happens. Like, it's just a car crash.
He fired, I guess, I don't know if that's the quote, that he fired
Lupe,
Lupe Valencia, then moving on, you know, the situation what happened with Caleb Plant, and then he said since he's going to be suspended for a year, he's going to be, and I quote, petty about this whole situation. Or no, what do you think is going to happen?
I just say he just needs help.
Hearn is also worried about Garcia's career after the one-year ban verdict. He wonders if he goes to Australia to fight, but also thinks that all this situation is a big mess.
Ryan will sit out for a year. My worry with Ryan is what happens in that year. I don't think it's this carbon copy of I'll chill out and I'll start training in 9 months and I'll see you in a year. He's going to have to deal with a lot of shit along the way now, and I worry for him. And I think Devin might end up sitting out, to be honest with you. Like, I don't see him taking a Sandor Martin fight. At the same time, I don't think that, you know, would he go to Australia to fight Paro? I mean, the Ryan Garcia fight's a big fight, that rematch, when it comes back around. But will Ryan even return to boxing? I don't know. But it's a right fucking mess, to be honest with you. That's the reality of the situation.
Hearn was also asked about the damages Ryan Garcia will be facing commercially after these steroid allegations. Eddie thinks that it doesn't affect Garcia commercially because more people are now concerned about what happens next, so Garcia will be fine. He stated, "In terms of commercial value, I don't actually think it really affects him. Some might not like that. Some might not think it's sad, but that's the reality. More people are talking about him. More people are fascinated by his implosion. More people want to potentially see him fight, or what happens next. So Ryan will be fine commercially." But Ryan wasn't very fond of Hearn commenting regarding this situation. Ryan took to X and thrashed Hearn, saying that it's not him that needs help. Ryan posted, "No, Eddie Hearn, I don't need help. You need help with your promotion company. You know I was done wrong, just admit it. That's nothing crazy about that. You judge me when the people you are defending are coming at me as well. Guess you come from the school of being a hypocrite." Teofimo Lopez believes that Garcia's one-year suspension was going to be twice as long, and he's not sure how Team Garcia negotiated down to a year-long exile from the sport. He stated, "You gotta stay clean in this sport. A year suspension, it was going to be 2 years. Obviously, his team and his lawyer team definitely found a way to decrease the suspension. It gives him a whole year to really decide what is best for him and how clean he should come back to the sport." UFC President Dana White was also asked about Ryan's situation. Despite insisting that it's none of his business, Dana came to the support of the down on his luck Ryan Garcia. Discussing the matter during the UFC 303 post-fight press conference, White was adamant that the boxer hadn't intentionally taken an illegal substance.
What were your thoughts on Ryan Garcia? He was acting crazy up until the fight, goes out there, beats Devin Haney, tested positive. What were your thoughts on this whole fiasco?
Well, first of all, none of that is any of my business. You know what I mean? It's not my card, it's not my whatever. But I think that with all, you know, I hate talking about drug testing, but with all of our knowledge that we have in the years that we've been drug testing, we believe the people who handle the drug testing that he had tainted, he took a tainted supplement, and that he did not cheat. And you know, if he had the right people around him and had the right, you know, that wouldn't have happened. We're pretty confident it was a tainted supplement. I got no skin in this game. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? It's not my fight. It's none of my business, and not my place to even talk about it. But from what my team tells me, and these guys are the fucking best, tainted supplement.
Seeing the support from the UFC president, Ryan quickly thanked him, considering that he has talked about joining the UFC several times now.
So Dana, I've never said this publicly, but I officially want to enter the UFC, and I wanted to do it legitimately against, let's say, probably a C-level fighter at first.
Yeah, you have to.
Get my whistle wet, his mouth, and then take on somebody else.
Meanwhile, Sean O'Malley firmly believes he can defeat Ryan Garcia in both boxing and a real-life confrontation. Recently, the UFC bantamweight champion has discussed facing Kingery more frequently than his upcoming opponent, Merab Dvalishvili. In a recent podcast episode featuring Jake Paul, he discussed his potential to defeat the 25-year-old boxer. He said that Ryan has a lot better chances of beating him in a boxing match than he does in a real fight, but he revealed that he can box and can throw hands, so he doesn't think it would be easy by any means. Moreover, he does think it's possible that he can beat Garcia.
One way to find out, he has a lot better chances of beating me in a boxing match than he does in a real fight.
You think you'll keep up?
I do. I truly believe in myself. That's how I got to the fucking position I'm in right now. I can box. I can throw hands. I don't think it'd be easy by any means. I do think it's possible I beat him. I'm not saying my odds are great, but I do believe I could.
Khalil Roundtree also showed his respect for the skills and work ethic needed by a high-performing fighter like Garcia. The UFC light heavyweight fighter outlined the path Kingery should follow to enter MMA. He stated, "I think adding kicks and takedowns, it's another element. When you have a high-level boxer, and they've been doing this, and they know how to fight, their instincts are reactive to boxing." Roundtree assured that anybody who's a high-level boxer has a fair chance in the UFC. However, he also warned that Garcia needs to incorporate some new techniques into his repertoire. No takedowns, he goes all 5. Takedowns included, he could get through the first round. It will be a rough second, but he could get through the first. The path for Garcia would not be easy in the MMA world. He would have to start from the bottom, and it could take him a year or two to reach the top of the cards. This, of course, assumes he dedicates himself full-time and shows the same dedication he had in the first stage of his boxing career. Considering that Garcia might move to the MMA, but his behavior and saying racist slurs is such a thing that no organization would want to link up with the controversial boxing star. As Garcia grapples with these controversies and his suspension, his future in boxing remains uncertain. With his return to the ring delayed until at least April 2025, the focus now shifts to his personal and mental health challenges. So what are your thoughts about this situation? Do you think that Ryan Garcia really needs help, or his behavior is not justifiable? Should he make a move to the UFC? Do let us know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and check out some of our other videos on the screen right now.